What's up, everybody? It's Bunny and Bumblebee Talks. I'm Bumblebee.
And I'm Bunny. And we are on podcast 18. It's been a minute.
Been a minute.
How long has it been? It's been
a month, at least.
So, what, like 4 weeks?
Yep.
Yep.
Our last posting was, let me pull it up. If I can find the date. Our last, it just says 1 month. It doesn't give us the actual date. November 8th. A little over a month, but
yeah, we had some things going on, so we couldn't record like we wanted to. Like, we had the podcast ready to record, but it was just being able to.
Yeah,
There's certain situations, so.
people were sick. We're not going to go any more into that. But
why are you saying that for?
Just saying, just so they don't think like, anything else.
Like what?
I'm just saying. It was me. I was sick, but we're good now. We're healthy.
You mean you?
Scheming and dreaming.
You mean you?
Yeah.
Since you want to talk about being sick. Anyway, so our first topic for podcast 18 is, can a guy tell the difference between lube and a wet pussy?
That's a hell of a banger to start off on. I mean,
yeah, I was surprised when I looked at podcast ideas, and then I was like, oh, that's what we starting with. Okay. Because you remember, a lot of these were already pre-written, so
yeah. I mean, yeah and no. I guess it depends. Water-based ones, not really.
I think it depends on if you actually put the lube on your dick, and then you know what I mean, to initiate having sex, then obviously you're initiating sex with lube. You already you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You already know that. Whereas let's say if a chick go in the bathroom and get herself together and how to make it easy to slide in or something and do something in the bathroom before you get ready to do whatever, you might just think it's just her pussy being wet.
Yeah.
Because you wasn't, with her when, and that's if she does that.
Meanwhile, it's just her helping you out, player. But some guys can tell, some guys can't. I think the water-based ones are a little harder to tell because the water-based, it's a lot of it's mostly
well, I mean,
made with water.
but there's always gonna be that person that be like, oh, it's different, and I mean, it probably is different, right?
Yeah.
But what dudes don't understand is, for a chick, right? Even if she's not wet, she don't feel the same thing that you feel when you go in, for example, in a dry pussy, or the supposed difference that you feel from her being wet and putting lube on, unless the lube has a certain type of where it warms up when you start having sex. So she's not gonna feel that, I guess pulling of the skin, you want to say, and stuff like that. For her, it's just gonna kind of be whatever, you know what I mean? She's not gonna think about what you're feeling.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people forget when it comes to, using lube or chick not being wet in the moment. Because sometimes it happens. Sometimes a chick is just not gonna be, ready to go like a dude when he's like, oh, I'm ready. And she might just be laying there I'm not ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't put that into consideration. I've been through that. It's not my fault. You raring and ready to go. And you know what I mean? And she's just like, yo, I'm chilling right now. I'm not really feeling this motherfucker right now. why he bothering me. So.
Yeah, nah, I feel that.
And but the thing is, like, a lot of dudes don't think like that. A lot of dudes think because you have the mindset of maybe wanting to have sex, because this is where it gets misconstrued. A lot of people think that because a chick has the mindset of where she might want to have sex, or whatever the case is, that she's supposedly supposed to just get wet off of like just looking at you and stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens, right? If she's attracted to you, or interested in you. And sometimes she has those days where it just take a little bit more for her body to get excited for what you had in mind for that night. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, happens to the best of us. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that. Now, it's a whole different story if you're talking about a chick that just can't get wet at all. That's a whole nother, you know, that's a whole nother ballpark. But we talking about like a chick that's just, it's not like as soon as she see a dude and, you know, she see like dude with a boner, she's like ready to go. Because that's not how women work. And a lot of dudes don't understand that. And that should just blow my mind. Like, how you out here having sex with chicks and you don't understand that women don't work that way. Yeah, we gotta be like, you gotta get it. You gotta make us feel like
that's the mood, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you kind of gotta make a woman want to be in the mood. Like, even if she had the thought of wanting to have sex, you gotta make her want it. You know what I mean? Like, so her whole body can feel that want. So that way, you know, you can have an enjoyable time doing whatever you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. You can't just like expect it to happen. Yeah. And then when it doesn't happen, sitting there and, you know, saying that she's defective. Now, if she never gets wet for you, right? But she's somebody who can get wet, you know what I mean? Like, she don't got no issues. Like, it's not like she went to the doctor and the doctor got this problem, so this is why you can't get wet down there or something like that. Mm-hmm. It might just mean that she's not into whatever's going on in the bedroom. Like, point, period, blank. If she can't get wet for you, like, naturally, like, on her own.
No, all facts. All facts. Easy for us, because, you know.
Well, yeah, because, like.
You just get the stiffy, you're ready to go. But. You gotta wine and dine. Not wine and dine, but you gotta entice the kitty cat. You know?
It's like when you have an actual pet cat. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they fuck with you and sometimes they don't.
You gotta give them a reason to fuck with you. That's all that is. But we got anything else to add to that? I mean,
I don't know. Got anything else to add?
Nah, you pretty much hit everything right on the head with that one. I mean, there's nothing else really to say other than, you know, different. But, you know, some dudes just ain't gonna be able to tell.
Or some dudes
don't even give a shit.
Yeah, that's the problem too. Like, I was about to say that before we get off this topic. Like, some dudes just don't care, and instead of just not saying that that's gonna help your cause with sleeping with the chick you sleeping with. I mean, I guess unless it's your girl, so like she might still like fuck with you, but mad at you or whatever the case is. Like, if you don't care, that's also gonna show to the chick that you don't care and you only thinking about yourself. She may not say nothing to you, but people forget you could pick up on body language just because you do like little things here and there. When it comes to like having sex with somebody, it's more than just doing little things here and there, because now you're talking about, yeah, you think about those things like, yeah, he does this for me or she does this for me and stuff like that. But you're talking about in that moment, you set in the mood. You know what I mean? Like, So if in that moment, while setting that mood, you kind of suck at it, then it's kind of like, well, what is that doing not only for her, but for you? And then that also doesn't say a lot about the person's character if all they, like, if their mindset is all about, well, what they can get out of it. I got mine, so I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I feel like if you have that mindset, then you should just be trying to have sex with people, and then that's it. You shouldn't try to be in a committed relationship. Like, not at all. Like,
she gonna end up leaving that ass.
Yeah, you know.
Or cheating. One of the two.
One of them. And you know what I mean? And you're better off just being by yourself if that's your mindset. And it's the same for chicks. Like, if your mindset is you just worried about you getting yours and getting what you want out of the bedroom, you need to be by yourself. And those are, and you know the sad part is, those are the people that want to be in a committed relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are the ones that want some.
The ones that are for self.
What?
It's just the ones that are for self.
Oh, I thought you said something else. I ain't gonna hold you. It's like, what the fuck you say? You speaking another language and shit? Like, fuck?
Out here speaking in tongues and shit.
Yeah, I was confused as hell. But yeah, those are the people that always want people around them, always expecting a relationship, always expecting people to deal with their bullshit. And that shit is wild to me.
Mm-hmm.
How you expecting a committed relationship, but you can't put somebody else before yourself? How that work? Because last time I checked, you gotta consider someone else's feelings before yourself when it comes to a relationship. Don't get me wrong, you gotta put your own feelings into consideration. Like, if the relationship is not for you, it's not for you.
Yeah.
But if you only thinking about what you can get out of that relationship, then is it really like one of those, like, what the fuck is it called? There's like a name for it. That one-sided friendship type shit. You know what I'm talking about? What the fuck is that word that they use for that? Like, the person that they're only friends with the person because they getting something out of it. There's like a word or like a reference that they use towards that.
I don't even forget what it is.
Like a user, like there's like
they're a parasite. They're a leech.
Yeah, you know, but there's like a term for it. For, like, even with friends, you know what I mean? And if that's the case, then I feel like you need to just be like, you need to be a fucking, was it hermit crab?
Nomad.
Go
out to the Badlands. Shout out to Cyberpunk.
Stupid. Alright, you wanna move on to the next topic?
Yeah, we can move on to the next one.
How long should you wait in a long-term relationship before you decide to get married?
We talked about this for like 2 to 3 years.
Oh, you mean we talked about this personally?
Yeah.
I was about to say we ain't talking about this in the podcast.
We actually just recently, not too long ago, talked about it. It depends.
I feel like it depends on, because you can decide to get married sooner, right, in the relationship, but it also depends on how. If you decide to get married sooner, I hope to God you've known the person longer than you've been dating them.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I can let that pass. Like, so for example, like if you were friends with the person for like, 3 years, and then you decided, whenever that day came, started dating, but you was dating for like a year, but you're like, yo, like this is it. That's not that crazy because it's not like you didn't know the person for like 3 years prior to that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you...
Yeah, you just start dating someone that year.
Yeah, that's a little different.
And at the end of the year, you talking about some, I see myself with you for the rest of my life. Like, hell, yeah, everybody at the end of the first year is going to say that. When you just met the person, you ain't really seen nothing bad about them yet.
Well, no. That's a lie. Because they do say, usually, when you start to see and we're talking about when you meet that person. So we're talking about, like, let's say you've known the person, because usually you don't get right into the dating right off the bat, right?
Probably a month, 2 months.
So maybe you might like know the person for like a month or two, right? That's still like not that long to know somebody, right? but you know them long enough where you can decide, like, oh, you know what, I can see myself dating this person, right? So you date them. By like 6 months, like half of a year, you can kind of decide not only to stay in the relationship, but you might see the bad side of them by that half a year. You might. Some people are good at hiding it for like that whole year. And then if you don't see it by like the 6 months and you make it to a year, a lot of relationship experts say it's either between the 6 month mark to the year mark. So if you make it to the year mark, right? A lot of people, this is what kind of happened to me. You make it to that year mark, and then that's when they want to be like, this is who I really am. And then it was like, what the fuck was we doing for the year? Like, the fuck? What the fuck is this? Like, this isn't what I signed up for.
This was my trial run, motherfucker.
Like, you know what I mean?
Showing me all the benefits, and now you hitting me with the charges? Like, what type of shit is this?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's why, like, a situation like that, you have to be very, very, like, careful with it, because those are the people that are like toxic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my ex was like that. It was good for a while, and then, like, you know, when you start getting to that point where you start looking at the relationship as a little bit more serious based on the amount of time we knew each other prior to getting together, that's when all the bad started coming, right? When, not saying that when you're with somebody for more than like 1 year, the relationship's supposed to have bad. But, like, you know, no relationship is perfect. You're going to have your moments. But it shouldn't feel like a fucking ticking time bomb, like boom, 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 like you getting punched in the face every fucking day. Because that's what I felt like. Like, it got so bad that I was like, I used to make sure I had alcohol on deck. I'm drinking. I go anywhere. See this motherfucker. I'm going to be feeling nice. And even that didn't work, because you know what? When you're around somebody that's just toxic and shitty, alcohol don't do shit when you with somebody that just be killing buzz. Like, I couldn't even get high with the mother. How you fuck up a buzz being high? Like, damn, man. Like, can't do shit with you. It got so bad, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. We don't need to do none of that. I'm going to stick to drinking. That's it. Because I never met... And this is what threw me off. And if anybody has ever experienced this or has any advice towards this, just in case if I ever bump into a person like this. Have you ever met somebody that was just like a rageful drunk that just wanted to argue after drinking and just like mad for no reason? Because you said one thing and then they took that one thing and they just blew it up and shit. I never encountered that. I was like, what the fuck? And then what really threw me off was when it happened, when we got high and we was drinking. I was like, yo, this is some wild shit. And I was stuck. And I was sitting there having my moment, just stuck, like taking like 20 minutes to come up with a response and shit. I had to be quiet so you could get the point I was making. But I was like stuck, like, people do this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And I was confused as hell because I didn't know people did that. Like, I know you got the sloppy drunk. I know you got the drunk that caused problems and shit like that or whatever. But I never heard of nobody in they right mind that had weed involved that was just wilding. Like, I've never seen that shit in my life. Anything to add?
Nah, I don't have no experiences like that. Like,
yo, I was like, yo, I can't do nothing fun up in this motherfucker. Bad as hell shit. End up leaving and shit mad. And then over here drank like 2 bottles of God knows what. Fucking mad. How that work?
I don't know.
Just mad.
When I started realizing people were bad to be around when they were drinking, I just stopped being around them.
Nah, we can't drink together.
Not at all. Damn, every time this motherfucker drink, he won't fight. Can't hang out with him no more. Every time this other person wanna do this, he won't fight. Hey, mom.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like we said like 2 years, a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hey, I think it depends on the situation, though.
It does.
It's situational with
Very,
that.
very well does.
Like, because a year is, I feel like, depending on how long you known the person prior to, you know, making that decision. And, like, I would say 2 to 3 years if you haven't known that person before you got into the relationship for a decent amount of time. Like, if you weren't really like friends with them for a while before you decided to be with them, I would say give it a little bit more time. Like, my last relationship was like at that point, but then this nigga was over here talking about let's have a baby. What? Let's have a baby, but shit is all fucked up.
Yeah. We Gucci.
No, and then I was like this. So, like, I'm thinking I'm talking to a grown man, an adult. I'm like, so how we supposed to add a baby to the mix? One, we don't live together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two, my family, like, his big focus was my family hated him, which was on him. Had nothing to do with me, but I got blamed for that for some fucking odd reason. Don't know why, don't know how that worked. That's not on me. The impression you give to somebody, whether they're hard people to get along with or not, that's on you. That don't got nothing to do with me. The only thing I could do is be like, hey, this is such and such. They wanted to meet you and whatever. You know what I mean? And if you choose to have a conversation with them, you choose to be polite, you choose to be rude, that's all on you. I can't control how the fuck you act. Like, what the fuck? Am I your babysitter?
Nope.
And then 3, you know what I mean? Like, our relationship was just like very aggressive and angry, and you know what I mean? Like, and toxic and argumentative and all that other stuff. And then I brought all this up. Well, maybe not so much the family thing at the time, but I brought up the other two, and I was like, yo, we don't even got our shit together with each other.
Yeah.
Right? As much as I would love to get married or have a kid or something like that with somebody, we don't even got our shit together. So what the fuck you think a baby gonna do? We gonna end up killing it. We gonna end up killing each other, because what's gonna happen is the baby gonna be crying. It's gonna be 3 a.m. and shit. You gonna be all mad and shit because the baby decided that, hey, I'm waking y'all niggas up, wakey wakey. And you know what I mean? And then you gonna say something fucked up, and then I'm gonna be mad, and then we gonna be arguing, and the baby gonna be over there screaming. And then we just gonna be all frustrated motherfuckers.
Y'all gonna end up breaking up still.
And
now you got baby daddy problems.
You know what I mean? Like, and then when I brought that up, like, it was like in one ear out the other, like as if he thought a baby was like gonna fix the problem. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck are we, like 16? Like, who thinks like that?
Oh.
I thought like grown men would be like, nah, baby ain't fixing this. Like,
baby can't fix all your problems. I mean, I guess it does for some people.
No,
it
but
brings
like,
having a baby, it gets them to put whatever issues they got with each other, to sign and come together. But when it's somebody that's just hostile all the time.
Well, when you're hostile with each other, it doesn't even matter who starts the hostility. It's just the fact that if you two people that's hostile together, one, you should reconsider getting married. 2, if you decide to have a baby first, that's not even a good decision, because you're just hostile with each other. And what's gonna happen is the baby don't give a fuck if you hostile with each other. The baby like, yo, I need my diaper changed. Yo, I'm hungry. Yo, I need this.
Somebody come do this.
You know what I mean? Like, the baby not gonna put into consideration if you tired from work. You know what I mean? You had a shitty day at work. Whatever the case is. Like,
so?
You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't think about until they put themselves in that situation, and then they sit back and they go, oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe this was a bad choice. You know what I mean? Like, and that was wild to me. And mind you, this was from somebody who was like, oh, I want to do things traditionally. And because I made one statement, I said, oh, sometimes I was like, I could kind of see myself, not saying that I was going to go out of my way and do this, right? This was a figure of speech, right? I thought adults knew what a figure of speech was, You know what I mean? Especially for someone who's quick to make fun of somebody, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
didn't get a college degree, all you knew what a figure of speech was. If all I said was, "Oh, I could kind of see myself," if I was settling down with somebody, ending up with a baby first, and then getting married. Just like a figure of speech. I didn't say I was gonna go out of my way
Yeah, I
and
didn't say
do.
that was the route that I was planning.
Yeah, and
Just
then
saying it's possible with this day and age. It very well is possible.
he like ran with that shit like a 5-year-old, like, oh, this is what we doing?
Yeah, nah, bro, it's not. Not that. No,
Like, how stupid you gotta be?
pretty stupid.
Oh man, stupidity is real.
Yeah, it is.
Anything else you wanna add?
Nah, I'm good on it.
Okay, so if you like the same sex, when should you let your friends and family know? I was trying to figure out what I wrote because I scribbled and shit.
The
So,
only right answer is when you're ready.
I would say when you're ready, and I would also say, right, if you feel the need to do it, right, because depending on who your family is, you might know it might not end well. So, and if you're not close to them, you might feel the need that they don't need to know what you do in your personal life. So, I would say if you choose to tell them, cool. If you choose not to tell them and they figure it out or something because of something you posted or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, go with
Mm-hmm.
that. But I feel like it's not necessarily an obligation to do that if you don't feel comfortable doing that. But some people, they feel better when they say that, if that's what they're into, they feel better going up to their family and their friends and being like, yeah, this is who I am and this is what I like to do. Not saying that they want to hit on you and nothing like that, but you know what I mean. Like they
Yeah,
just feel better because they got it off their chest, and now people know this is how I roll. You know
yeah.
what I
They
mean?
wanted to tell someone, um, you know, just who they are. They wanted to announce who they are. And kudos to those people because that shit ain't easy, yo. People will judge you quick. I've seen people lose their family's respect over them telling them that they like men. You know what I mean? The shit ain't easy. They've lost friends, so
Yeah, but the family thing is a little different though, because it's up in the air. It's like two-sided to that. It's like you want your kid to come to you, but I've also heard from like a parent perspective. Not saying that like, hey, if you gay, bisexual, whatever, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying like from a parent perspective, like hearing from both sides of it, like a lot of parents they look at it like now I'm not gonna have a grandchild the regular way.
yeah.
Now I'm not gonna.
Our bloodline ends here.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's how they look at it. It sounds like selfish and like messed up or whatever, but like that's how they look at it.
Yeah,
And like now they like, damn, like
that's it for us.
where do we go from here? You know what I mean? And then
Mm-hmm.
like their anger of thinking about that takes over, and then it comes across in a very like judgmental way where the person now feels rejected from their own family. Like
Mm-hmm.
from friends' perspective, I've also heard it from friends' perspective. Some people, right, when you tell people certain things like that, some people take it as when you tell them, which is this is not the case. Um, they instantly assume that you might have had interest in one of the people in the friend group that was the same sex to come out and say, hey, this is what I'm into, which is not necessarily the case.
Yeah, maybe I'm just confiding in you because you're my friend, and I wanted to tell you because you're the person I trust the most. It just sucks for people through shit like that.
You know what I mean? It's not just like not every, gay person is necessarily gonna be attracted to somebody that's straight, you
Mm-hmm.
know. not every straight person is against somebody who is gay or bisexual or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's not always like that. And it's not always like that cut and dry. So, there's that. But like I said, it's a personal decision. It's up to you to decide. If you feel like you're going to get something out of it and feel better, whether it ends badly for you.
Some closure, some peace of mind, some whatever you get from, you get that weight off your chest, you know what I mean?
I mean,
go get it, you know what I mean?
To me, I think it's dumb anyway, because it's like, I get the whole like getting something off your chest, but like when you know, I mean, people hate when people say this, but like I've actually heard gay people say this, like, why does it have to be a big announcement thing for them to have to, you know, to do that? Because when someone's straight, they don't go, "Hey, I'm straight." You know, they don't announce.
There's no big reveal.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't announce it to the whole world, and that's how I kind of feel. Like, if you're gay or, you know, whatever you're into, that's entirely up to you if you want to say anything to anybody. And if they figure out whatever you're into, you know, without you telling them, whether it's because of something you posted on social media, something you said, whatever the case is, how you looked at somebody that was the same sex, whatever the case is, that's your business to confirm or deny. You don't have to, like, say anything. You know what I mean? Like, that, you know, that's the luxury of living in a country where you have freedom of speech. You can decide if you want to tell people that information or if you don't. But if it, like I said, if it makes you feel better by saying it, if you feel like you got a weight lifted off your chest, like you feel better if people around you know, that way, you know, they know like this is the lifestyle you're living and this is how it's going to be, by all means, do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. Let them know.
I mean, me personally, I look at it like this. You ain't getting in bed with whoever you telling, so.
Yeah, facts.
So why I got to tell you?
Sometimes you just gotta say it loud and say it proud. You gay and you proud. Let's go. Listen, if any of my friends was to ever come out to me.
Have you ever had a friend come out to you?
No. I've had friends that came out, but I've never had friends that came out directly to me. You know, most of my closer friends that do confide in me, like when they need someone to confide in.
Wait, would you count our conversation?
I guess if you counted as coming out, kind of just told me.
I was just asking a question.
Yeah.
See, I'm not his friend. See how you do me? You
are my friend.
See how
you my bestest friend.
See how you do me? See, look, now he being nice.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add to that?
Hey, if any of y'all friends come out to you,
be nice.
Do not give them a hard time.
Yeah, be nice.
They're coming to you because they trust you and they respect you as a human being. Whatever type of friendship y'all have, you know what I mean? They're still that person, you know. There's who they decide to do stuff with behind closed doors does not change who they are.
Yeah, I mean, unless they doing like unless they like tell you they murder people.
Yeah, if your friend comes to you and says I kill people, then you report them to the closest authority.
You know what I mean? Like that's something. You know, that's something a little. Like, that's something a little different.
Who someone chooses to sleep with is not gonna.
Or unless they tell you like they raped somebody or something,
yeah,
and it was like, and it was like,
bring them in.
Well, technically, wait, isn't rape like sexual assault and stuff like that? If you don't report it after a certain time, technically, just like just like if you get molested after a certain time.
the Bill Cosby thing, that stuff, a lot of that stuff happened like 30 years ago.
Yeah, but they
still took them to court for it.
Yeah, but they had evidence though. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about like, what if it's just like,
if there's no way to prove it? Yeah, there's no way to prove it.
You know what I mean? Evidence. Like, you know that it happened, right? but there was just either no witnesses or there was no like initial evidence
Yeah, yeah.
to
If there's
indicate.
insufficient evidence, even if it's something that happened right then and there, like, and they went to court right then and there, if there's not enough evidence, not enough evidence.
Yeah, so be careful with that too. Like, so if they do tell you some wild stuff, you might be able to report it, you might not. You also have to put in consideration like what you have on that information. But if they just coming out, be nice. It's not gonna.
It's not even a be respectful.
Yep. Well, I'm saying like be nice, meaning like don't judge them because they're telling you something that let's say you didn't know that's how they were.
In confidence.
You know what I mean?
They're
like
coming
that.
to you because they're expecting you to not have that "ew, get the fuck away from me" reaction.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they're not expecting you to act like a stranger would, like, knowing that they were gay.
Fucking dap them up. You know what I mean? If it's your guy friend, dap them up. Be like, "Yo, you still my dude." Like, you know what I mean? If it's a homegirl, dap her up. If she prefers daps, give her a hug. Whatever it is, and just tell her, "Yo, you're still my people's." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
who you fuck doesn't change our relationship. The fuck?
Yeah.
Out here fucking ghosts for all I give a shit.
What?
You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, that's a little weird, but you
like, get what I mean.
like most people always say, just because you're not into it, or you never thought about doing it, or you don't like it, or you don't have interest in it, doesn't mean that just because you don't like it, or you don't have interest in it, or you know nothing about it, or whatever the case is, doesn't mean you have to judge somebody for being into it.
Exactly.
Let them be them. You know what I mean? Like, they let you be you. So that's just how it should be.
Exactly.
Anything else you want to add?
Nah. Got my take.
Okay, so the next topic is, who likes baby talk better, a man or a woman or both?
Low key men like that shit.
How come I got yelled at every time I did baby talk?
Because he's a bitch. Anyway.
You said because he a bitch. Yo, I did baby.
Dudes be killing me. Niggas be killing me because they be like, "Fuck out here with that baby shit," and then she stopped and they be like, "Oh, don't talk to me like that no more." Fuck, why you talking to me like some other type of nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why you? Like, what happened to all that sweet talk you was doing? Oh, now you want it? Hey, cause you liked that shit before, but like, it's okay because it's your girl. Like, you know what I mean? It's like with anything else that you do with just your girl. It's not like you going out in the street talking to homies like that. It's like, "What's up, buddy? How you doing? How you doing, buddy?
Wanna hug
You wanna huggy wuggy, my guy?"
That's not weird.
You're not going to your boys doing no shit like that. That's your girl. Your girl be like, "Babe, you want a huggy wuggy?" Like, "Yeah, get your little cute ass over here and give me a hug." Hell yeah.
Isn't it like I mean, this is just me thinking from like a guy's perspective. Isn't it like when guys make it into a big thing with the baby talk? Isn't it because like it's like a whole like tough guy act thing? Like they trying to act.
Some dudes try to be over macho. You could be like for instance, take me for example. I'm not no tough guy. I'm never gonna front to be no tough guy, but I'm also not no bitch neither. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't ever feel like I need to have to prove that I'm not no bitch. You know what I mean? Like, why like, if you want to talk to me all sweet and cute and all that, that's fine. It's you. If someone else does that shit, they might get punched in their face. You know what I mean? Because I don't have that connection with them. I got it with you. You're my girl. We can do shit like that.
What would you do, your homies?
You hear how I talk to them now? Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Stupid ass, dumb bitch. Shut up. You know what I
mean? Yeah, why is it that they do that? Why is it that some dudes even do that if they supposedly like it? Why is it that they do the whole...
I'm gonna be honest, not every dude likes it. A lot of dudes will put up with it because that's what they girls do, right? Other dudes, it's not a like thing. it's me and you thing, right? Because it's me and you. It's not like I'm talking to some random, like if some random chick was talking to me like that, I'd be looking at her like she had 4 fucking heads. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's not more so. It's a like. It's a. It doesn't bother me thing because it's you.
No, but I'm asking, like, why is it?
Because some guys have to be over macho. Some guys have to feel like they're tough. They want to show that they're in control. They want to show that they're the man in the relationship, and you don't need to be talking to them. Don't talk to me like I'm no kid. Blah 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 blah. This that and the other. I'm tough. I don't give a fuck. This that and the other. I'm gangster. I'm from the hood. Hood niggas don't talk like that. Whatever. Fuck. Shut the fuck up. At some point, your mother used to talk to you like that. So you know what I mean? Like. You ain't this super macho. You ain't Randy Savage. You don't fucking drink malt liquor for breakfast. Like, you know what I mean? Like, most of the time, you a regular nigga that goes to work and goes home and turns on the PlayStation or the Xbox and plays 2K with your homies, or plays GTA, or you go home and you sit on fucking Netflix all day.
That or they not as tough as
They or again, you like, come on, bro. It's your girl. Like, you don't have to be tough with your girl.
Yeah, why is that? Why would you even want to be tough with your girl?
Because some dudes just don't know how to turn it off. They don't know how to turn it off.
The fuck does that even mean?
That over macho shit, like that. I gotta be this tough guy 24/7. I don't. I gotta be walking around with my chest out. I gotta beat my chest like the teacher from fucking Gumball when she get mad.
Oh, ape shit.
Yeah, when she goes ape shit, she be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, dudes don't know how to. Some dudes just don't know how to turn that shit off, and it trickles into the relationship. Like, if I gotta be like that, then I gotta be like that. But I'm not bringing that into my relationship because that's only gonna get on your nerves.
Well,
It's not hurting nobody. It's gonna put me in a position where you gonna be like, all right, well, if this is how you gonna be all the time when I'm trying to be cute and all this. There's nothing wrong with it, fellas. Fellas, there's nothing wrong with your girl trying to be cute with you. Let her rock. They love that shit. Let it rock. Let it rock. Like, yo, she wanted do you know, the little cute baby voice with you. Let her do it. It's not gonna kill you.
I mean, as long
I
as
swear to God, it's not. Unless she's like a witch and she's like casting spells on you in a cute baby voice, then you got something to be concerned about. But aside from that, she just, you want huggy wug? Yeah.
I mean,
Stop acting like you don't want the hug. We big ass babies. We like when we sit on the couch, when you sitting on the couch and we can just lay our head on your lap. You know what I'm saying? We are big ass babies, so like this shit be killing me when niggas be like, nah, I don't like that shit. Like, you fucking liar. You liar. You like being a little spoon. Stop lying, nigga. Stop lying. This shit kills me.
hey, I mean, in a way, you got a point because like dudes that be like, oh, I don't like certain things. Those are the same people that be like, oh, you don't do it no more.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I thought you didn't like it.
No,
Like,
yeah. All of a sudden, she wanna stop leaning up against you when y'all sitting on the couch watching a movie, and now you mad. You told her to stop, right? She just randomly sends you "I love you" texts.
Oh no, is it you sending it the same way?
Yeah, or good morning text, or
You know,
and it's a problem the way she's sending it, or how often she's sending it.
It's boring. It's not original.
So then she goes, you know what? Fuck it. Like I'm not gonna. You just not gonna get it at all. And that's what y'all do when y'all do that shit. I don't do that shit. I love all that shit. Like, and I don't mind the baby talk. Is she's not talking down to you. I mean, she's trying to be cute and silly. A lot of the times, they do it when you're playing 2K and your teammates are selling and missing every fucking three. That you know what I'm saying? Like, I was stressed out the other night. Remember that shit? I was playing 2K with Sean and everybody, and literally all of them were fucking missing threes, and I was just sitting here like the one shooter that we really have is playing point guard, so I can't really shoot because I don't have a point guard that can shoot. Like, oh, you want a huggy wug? You want a huggy wug? Like, you know what I mean? She hear me stressing out and shit. She just want to cut in. Like, you want a huggy wug? It sounds very unfortunate. You want a huggy wug? I give you a huggy wug.
I feel like with the baby talk, as long as you're not doing it every time you talk to the person,
Okay.
like, you know what I mean? Like, you call them, and the whole conversation is them talking to you like a baby.
Yeah. Aww. A kiss. You want a kiss?
What's the little baby doing?
What you doing? Oh, you went to work today? Yay! Because then I'd be like, yo, get the fuck off my phone.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, then that'd be too excessive.
Yeah.
Because now you're doing too much.
Yeah, being wild extra. Cut the shit.
But if you do it once in a while, right, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Now, if the chick you with is doing it every single time,
Like, if that's the only way she talks to you, then yeah, I can see if there's an issue. Like, you told her you went to the store and did grocery shopping. Oh, look at this big old man with grocery shopping. Yay! Then you could tell her to fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit.
who went to the store?
Yeah, who went to the store today? You did.
You did.
You did.
Oh, you went potty?
Who gets a gold star? Like, what the fuck? I'm in kindergarten now. You get the fuck out of here.
You went potty?
You went potty?
Oh.
Yay! All by yourself? Yeah. You was able to tie your shoes. Good job. Oh, fuck out of here, bro.
Yo, what would you even do with that?
Oh, we would not be dating. We would not have made it this long. At all. I would be like, all right, no. Nope. I'm a grown ass man. You're not gonna keep talking to me like that. Yeah. Then I can understand it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm an adult. Fuck being macho. I'm a fucking adult. You not gonna talk to me like that. God damn it. I'm grown. I go to work and I pay taxes. God damn it. You gonna talk to me like some infant. Motherfucker. Lucky I don't whoop your ass right now and keep talking to me like that.
You wiped your own ass.
Yeah. I wipe my own ass. I wipe my own ass. Oh my goodness. Oh man. So what's the next topic? We got anything to add to that?
Nah, just don't do baby talk every time you talk to the person. Like, whether it's like the dude doing the baby talk to his girl or his girl doing baby talk to him, whatever the case is, like, as long as you're not doing, if that is something you into, as long as you're not doing it every time you talk to them, it shouldn't be a problem.
Facts.
Did a couple have a song just for them?
I think it's a cute gesture. I don't think we have a song yet.
Well, you also have to have something that, like, there's
gotta be a reason it's your song.
Yeah, like, it has to. The thing that I noticed when you sit down and you pick a song between you and whoever you're with, there's usually like, you know, a reason behind it, whether it's because you can relate to the song, you know what I mean, like, or something in the song you actually went through and you made it past or something, and you just like
for a lot of couples, it's that first dance song. Like married couples, it's that song that they had their first dance to at the wedding as a couple.
Wait, you mean like? Wait, don't you mean like the song that they first danced to before they got?
For some people, yeah.
And then like they use that as their first dance song when they get married.
Sometimes it's the song that was playing when they first met each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
what if it's like,
just shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. Just shake that.
No.
Have everybody at the reception twerking this shit now because we was wilding that first night.
No, but can you imagine if like the first song you hear when you first start dating is like some wild ass song? Like, what if it's about like killing somebody or something?
We want a King Von song. Just got some time from this stripper bitch. She start wailing some song about selling drugs.
Or like a Pop Smoke song.
Yo, yeah. Baby, welcome to the party. Oh God, that's your song? Yep. I met her while I was out in the trap. She my trap queen.
Oh my God. There's probably some people that would like promote that too.
Hell yeah.
And think that's cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And then you looking at them like,
this your song, huh? And they both in there twerking and shit together, like, yeah, this our shit. Hell yeah. It's me and wifey's song. You hear me?
it's like the time, what was it, like when you showed me the, what was it, like a video where the two dudes were standing back to back to each other, the chicks was twerking on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how is this, like, fun? Because, like, they touching each other's asses.
They just using each other for support.
Yeah, but like most dudes, if they don't know you like that, they don't want to be touched by.
Might have been homies in that video. I don't know.
But even some people that's homies like that, they don't let their homie get too close.
Fuck no.
When it comes to
don't lean on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
I'm focused on my own thing right now. She throwing it back something vicious. You won't be on my back and shit trying to support yourself, hold yourself up. I'm struggling right now, nigga. Back up. Like, all my attention is right here. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, some people, like, they could be, like, really close to somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And even if it's, like, somebody that's, like, their brother, they like, nah, we don't need to be that close. Yeah, you know what I mean?
What was that thing that Will Smith? Back up. Mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business.
Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
I think there's no like set time of when you could have a song if you choose to have a song together. Like, there's no like set time limit on that. That's if you choose to have a song.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know what I mean. Like,
it'd be nice though, like to have a song. I guess like there'd be them times. Maybe your girl fellas just think about it. You chilling on the couch, and your girl she got music playing while she cooking or something, and she just come out the kitchen, babe, this our song. Come on, let's dance. You know what I mean? Well, like that'd be dope. Like that'd be a dope thing. Like
I was told it was like, oh, I gotta hear this shit again.
Nah, if you play them like my mom do.
No. I'm talking about like in general, like the fact that it's like not like a gushy song, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
and it's like, why you gotta kill the?
Yeah, don't kill the mood. Like, fellas, we have to like. Men are very, very, very like.
Men don't understand that you can't get mad when a chick look at you, and say, you know, show some emotion, and then you don't know how to control your emotion. Either you showing too much emotion, right? Mm-hmm. Where it's like an on and off switch, or you're being too much of a tough guy, where it's like, all right, like. You know
so let me right. So when it comes to things like. Things like our song and all this other stuff, men have a bad habit of not caring about that shit, right? Because it's the mushy shit. Like I don't need it, right? We only do it for you. But when it comes time to perform that, like, bro, it's 3 minutes. Get up, go slow dance with your girl in the kitchen, go back in the living room. Like you've just made her day. You know what I mean? She may have had a fucked up day at work. She came home. She didn't really want to feel like cooking. But now she's cooking. And she's got her Spotify playlist or her Apple Music playlist or Google Music or whatever the fuck they got. right? And the song comes on. She immediately thought of you. She ran into the living room to grab you. You spend 3 minutes. Pause your show. Pause the game. Whatever the fuck it is that you're doing. In just 3 minutes, go in there, slow dance with your girl. You've made her entire fucking day. And that's what dudes feel like. I get it. Like we don't care. There's a lot we don't care about that women care about. Like it's the truth. Am I lying? It's just it's our brains are programmed different. You know what I mean? So like the mushy stuff is not really like a thing that we really think about, but it's a thing that women think about. And not all women, most women. And we have to teach ourselves to in those moments. We gotta do that shit. You may not want to, but this is her. Like this is your girl. This is your woman. Right? It's not like she's some random chick that you hired to cook or something and was like, "Ooh, this is my favorite song. You want to come dance with me?" Because then you could look at her like, "Bitch, if you don't get the fuck back in the kitchen and finish, I paid you to fucking cook this food." You know what I mean? But she's doing everything out of the kindness of her heart. I saw a video where a guy was talking to like a relationship guru or something like that, and he said he asked the guru asked the dude, he was like, "Can you remember the exact moment that you and your wife fell in love?"
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And he was like, "No," and he was like, "Yeah, because you can't. It's impossible. She didn't fall in love with you overnight, right? It's the little things. You went up to get a drink for yourself, and you brought her back a drink too. Fucking say you know what I mean? You say good morning to her every day. It's those things
Yeah, but
that matter.
But there's some dudes that think that
because they don't care. It is unfortunate, and like,
yeah, but then it's like then it brings me back to one of our last topics. If you don't care, be by yourself.
Be by yourself. But you can not care and still do these things. Like if you were like, "I want flowers all the time" type of girl, right? I don't care about flowers, but every once in a while, I pick you up some. You know what I mean? I'd get you some. If I had money, I would have. I wanted to get you flowers actually this month, but me being sick and out of work kind of fucked my whole shit up. So I'm sorry about that. But you know what I mean? Like, cause she likes tulips. If I'm not mistaken, right? Was it tulips?
Oh, wasn't it? It's lilies.
Lilies. Oh, why the fuck? Are tulips even pink? Lilies, because that's what I bought for.
I mean,
for you last
tulips
time.
are flowers, yeah. So
No,
that's
no.
what
I
you're
meant
asking.
like pink. Do they come in pink?
Maybe.
Probably.
I
don't know. But
I don't
lilies.
know. I mean, I don't know about every flower under the sun.
But I bought you pink lilies last time, and I was gonna do it again, but I was gonna surprise you with them. So I'm gonna have to surprise you with them another time. You're not ready for it. But you know what I mean? It just goes to show I'm not a flower person. I don't give a fuck about taking care of flowers. I don't, but I still do it because it's something.
I mean, why would you have to take care of flowers unless somebody gave you flowers?
Yeah, no, but like you know what I mean? It's something.
I did that once. I gave a dude flowers.
I mean, if you give me flowers, I can't promise they're gonna live long. I mean, I can't promise. I will appreciate it though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, it's so sweet, but I can't promise that they're gonna live long. Especially down here. No sun, no access to any sun at all. I mean, I got my windows, but I can't put no flower over there. There's too much stuff over there. I don't have nowhere to sit it at this window right here.
Wait, you still got your air conditioner in there?
Yeah. The sill isn't that big anyway, where I can't like sit anything on the window.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like this, like a 2 inches, 3 inches max. Can't really sit a flower pot on there.
You mean a vase?
Or anything. Anything. A vase, a vase for you non-bougie motherfuckers. But anyway, we don't have trivia, right? That was the last question.
Yeah.
We don't have trivia because honestly, just I wasn't prepared for trivia. The last 3 weeks of my life have been very difficult. So
He's lying.
I'm lying.
He was playing video games. He was ignoring me. Get out of here.
I was streaming. First of all, trying to get my numbers up so I can start making money.
Why don't you look something up that we could?
We can talk about Cyberpunk actually, since it just came out a couple of days ago. So
he don't count because it was just an impulsive.
It was an impulse buy.
Whereas me, I pre-ordered it.
You got your medallion. You rocking it right now? Yeah.
As for me, I pre-ordered it, so it was very disappointing when they kept changing the release date on it, thinking it was coming out on a certain time, and it wasn't.
So, what's your favorite thing about Cyberpunk from what you've played so? Because you haven't even really gotten deep into the game yet.
Yeah, I was having some technical difficulties, but that's a different story.
That's a different story. What's your favorite thing about it so far, since you played it?
I don't think it's like what I like about it is not it's not too difficult of a game. It's like kind of like one of those games that you could kind of sit down and play it. So far, it's like, I mean, I've heard about the story. Like, the story can change based on, certain things that you do in the game and things of that nature and stuff like that. But it kind of like tells you what to do.
Yeah.
When you're playing the game, so it's not like, how you have some of the like those games where you're playing it and it's a fun game, but you kind of have to just figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it might take you a while to figure it out because it's not like something going, hey, you got to do this.
Yeah.
And then you do it, and then you complete whatever it is, and then you move on to the next thing. Like, it kind of like tells you what to do, and then you just gotta just do it. And then I like how there's like 3 different things you could do, and then how you can create the character before you even start the game.
It's super in depth with it.
Like, I like that they put a lot of detail into that, like, because then, I mean, I can see how that could take time before you start the game, like when you create the character, like how all the details that they put into it, you know what I mean? Like, you could take, because you said somebody took like what, an hour or something like that?
Yeah, one of my friends took an hour. I saw the dude do a handsome Squidward. He did a handsome Squidward. Remember when Squidward had the handsome looking face?
Oh my god, I feel
with the chiseled chin.
But I feel like that would take a lot of time.
There was a Peter Griffin. I saw like you can really do like.
I made mine look like a pretty boy.
Yeah, I made a girl. She's got like a grayish.
Oh, you did like a gray hair? Like
gray hair, yeah. She's got like her makeup, her eyes, all that stuff. I was able to get it to match. And she's a little badass. She's street kid. Like, I like it. The guy that I made, I didn't save him, but the guy that I made, he had like a bluish kind of hair. It was like blue and gray kind of mix. And oh,
and by the way, depending on what you're doing in the game, for a heads up for anybody who decides to get the game or has the game, if you didn't get into like playing the game yet, like, or you started playing the game like in the beginning part of it, there's like parts of the game, like if, for example, like if you're doing training, there's that part, right? If you didn't finish the training, you know how like games have autosave and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
And that part, you have to go, which I had to figure this out because, like I said, I was having like a little technical difficulties going on. You have to go to the settings and physically tell the game to save, like if you're in the middle of training, like before you get to like the story part, like the actual like story.
Oh, it doesn't autosave in there?
No.
In the training?
So if you tried to exit that part, it tells you.
Did you do all 4 training modules when you finished?
Well, this was like when I was getting to one of the last parts of the training, where I
Mm.
was like, oh, I'm about to leave the game, and it was like, oh, if you leave, we're not saving any of this. So you have to go to the settings in the game and tell it save it and then exit. So then that way, if you go back to the training, you just leave where you left off.
Okay.
Because then that way, you don't want to go back to the game and be like, damn, I gotta
Yeah,
start all
or
over.
if your like game crashes for whatever, like your power fucking flashes or whatever, and then you boot the game back up, and now you got to start from the very. Because them training modules, like
No, but I, but
they're not hard, but they're long.
like,
Like
but I
it's
had
a lot
to,
of unnecessary time.
yeah, but like I had to like figure that out when I decided I wanted to like end at like one of the trainings, and I was like, oh, I can't save this. Oh hell nah. So then I started playing with the settings, and then I figured out you have to like physically tell the game to save it and then exit. So then that way, when you put the game back in,
Did you open it back up after you closed it to check to make sure you was in the same spot? I've done that before. Like I was like, oh, the game's like not saving. Like I play Skyrim, so if I go to save somewhere where it's not auto saving, and then I'm like, "Alright, I'm about to go to bed, but I'm about to like log out and then log back in to see.
no, because that's the thing. Like I had did like a whole bunch of training, so I was like, oh, I think I'm done with Cyberpunk for today. So I had got to this one training, and I just was like, oh, I want to, watch a show or like watch a movie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck you tell it? So then I'm thinking like, if I exit, does that mean I gotta make a whole nother character?
I'm finna be mad as hell.
So I'm over here like, there gotta be a way to save it. Like, so the only reason why I was on the game longer from like exiting out was because it was telling me it wasn't gonna save that part if I just exited.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh hell no, we about to save today.
I think my favorite thing is like I was talking to Alex and he was like, "Yo,"
But that's only if you in the training part. If you're past that, then you're
it
good.
auto saves all the time. Alex was like, "Yo, I want to fast travel," and I watched a Gamer Ranks video. I don't know if you know who Gamer Ranks is. It's
I don't know who that is.
group of dudes. They do super huge, and they always do stuff. And they were talking about how you should drive to places over fast traveling because if you fast travel, you miss stuff. So like if you drive through like the Glen, which is a neighborhood in the game, or Santa Domingo or Haywood, or you know what I mean, you get calls from different characters in the game, and they give you objectives and stuff to do. And what ends up happening is if you fast travel, all those calls from the area that you started at to the area that you ended stack. So you get them all at once. You get all the messages at once, and it gets annoying. So I'd rather get it while I'm en route to where I'm going, and then like just the in depthness of like I did a mission where uh like Johnny used to play in a band, like when he was alive back in the day, and there was like it was a little side mission. You walk up. I was literally walking to another mission, and we walked past like some dude playing a guitar, and he was like, "Yo, come listen to this." Like Johnny just appeared and was like, "Yo, come listen to this," and like it carried us into a mission that highlighted the fact that he was in a band. We ended up buying one of the records. You know what I mean, that he made. So it was pretty cool. Like it's so many cool little things that you can do in the game. Right now I'm grinding money because I'm trying to do some fights, and I need 4,000 for one fight. I need like some kind of body mods or something for the other fight because she keeps knocking me out in 2 punches and I'm getting upset.
I wonder if you could like if you just start the game. I wonder if you could skip.
You can. You can. They give you the option to because
I was like tempted to.
Yeah, they give you the option to when Jackie gives you the chip. You can say, all right, let's do it, or I'll pass. I guess that's the option for people who are playing through a second time, and like I don't really need to do fucking training. I already know how to play the game. You know what I mean? Because I'm definitely gonna play it at least 3 times.
Well, yeah, because they have 3 different people you could be. You could be nomad. Was it street kid?
Street kid. That's what I kid. Shout out to the street kids.
And then what's the last one?
Corpo.
Corpo.
Which is. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but the prologue to the Corpo is.
Not as exciting as maybe like street kid.
You
or
literally
nomad.
didn't. You literally don't. You just do a bunch of walking. That's it. It's just a bunch of walking. Walking and talking. And then you get bitched up by some dudes in suits.
Hey, whatever works, right?
I guess so.
I mean, it probably gets more exciting as you get more in depth and
Yeah, and
storyline.
I'm hoping so. Hoping so.
So, I mean, you didn't really play it in depth, so you wouldn't know that.
Yeah. I did a bunch of side missions. I'm gonna start doing the big jobs. I have 5 gigs to do before I do the main missions, though. I think I'm gonna knock those out. Gigs make you a lot of money, guys. It's like 3K a pop, 5K a pop. I need that because I gotta get body mods. Because I'm telling you, in the street fights, I don't remember the location that she's at, but you can like punk one of the guards into letting you in because they're like you gotta pay them money to get in. But if your strength, your body is high enough, you can go in there and basically tell him to get the fuck out your way. And then you go in, and she's like this big gorilla arm chick, and she punches you twice, and you're dead. And I have 100. I have 170 health. She punched me the one time, my health went down to 35.
We were talking,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yo, you good?"
I was literally in here screaming because the second time I fought her, I just ran around the little ring because it's like a little swimming pool that you fight her in, like an empty swimming pool, and we climbed in there, and then I was like, all right, what's up then, bitch? What's up then? So I blitzed her because I was like, I'm a rusher, and I'm just throw some punches. I'm gonna back up because I didn't think that she was gonna hit me that hard, and I threw one punch and I was on my back. She hits you and then you're on the ground, and I was like, nah. So I tried to like back up, and then she hit me again. And I was dead. Like, you don't die though, because then she just goes, I won. Did you guys see that? And she's like, yeah, we saw that. So the second time I tried to fight her, I spent the first 30 seconds of the fight running around the edge of the swimming pool trying to get away from her, because I was like, how do I fight this chick? I don't know how to fight her. So next time I'm just shoot the whole place up. But aside from that.
Yeah, and then try not to run over random people.
Yeah,
I learned that the hard way.
the police are mighty aggressive.
No, it wasn't even the police. Like, it's not even necessarily.
Sometimes it's the citizens.
Yeah, so what happened for me was I was doing something before I even got to the part where I asked you if you want to do the training and all that, and before I met Jackie, or not met him, but before I got to him. And when I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, I ran something over that was like associated to a pedestrian, and all these people that was like living in the general area just came out of nowhere and just was like bop bop bop, and I'm trying to drive away like.
There's a mission where I was recovering cars, and one of the cars had gotten the people to attack me. The people revered the car as a god, and the car convinced them all to attack me. And if you step too far outside of that zone where you're fighting the people at, the police get alerted, and they send these fucking little flying robots after you. So be careful with what you do.
Because like with the running people over and stuff, like they get very mad about that.
Yeah,
like,
and everyone in Night City has a gun.
Like, well, this happened before I even got to Night City.
But imagine being in Night City.
So
way more people.
So be careful with that, because this isn't GTA.
No, fuck no. They fight back. NPCs be like, what the fuck you say? You say, bitch, click, click. What'd you say?
So
You want to repeat that?
so be very careful with that part. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. I'm glad we're back. It's a
Yeah,
little longer than we planned, but
yeah. We didn't plan on being away for this long.
no,
Um,
it took us by it took me by surprise. I mean, once someone else in my house, because it started with someone else in my house, and then it started with me. Once I knew they had it, I wasn't like I was prepared for the worst, but
you mean what are you talking about? Once he knew somebody else at his house was sick, and then he ended up getting it. Then it was.
yeah, I wasn't surprised by then, but like the fact that someone in my house, you don't really think about it until it happens
Why are you
at
going into
home.
detail?
I'm just saying, you don't.
Okay, you talk.
Caught me off
He's
guard.
just talking about getting sick. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It wasn't regular sick though. I had the Rona, dog. Shit was miserable. I was miserable for 2 weeks. Like
It was longer than that.
yeah, well, yeah, because I still had it in my system, but I'm talking about the actual being sick part, like the nausea and the not being able to stand up for more than 5 minutes. Like it was rough. So please, 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 like take care of yourselves, because be as cautious as you can. Like if you catch it, you're gonna catch it, but like still take the measures. Like there's still people out there not wearing masks. There's still people out there doing dumb shit,
I mean,
not cleaning, not sanitizing themselves properly.
I mean, but like wearing the mask thing, like, is only, realistically, it's not gonna necessarily stop you from getting it.
It's not gonna stop you from getting anything, but you know, like wash your hands. You don't have to overwash your hands, but do wash them. I got sick because I was just sitting next to someone who was sick. You know what I mean? So
I mean, but that could happen to anybody.
yeah.
So like, that's not even like, you know what I mean? Like, you could be next to, because that's the thing too. Like, when you're in a public place, it's not like somebody's gonna be out and about and tell you they haven't.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it is. Like, you're not gonna go, especially when you go to work, or somebody's gonna blatantly come up to you. I have it. Stay away from me. Which, one, if you do have it, you're not even supposed to be out and about anyway.
Facts.
But I know from personal experience, from being at a bank, that there's people who will go to the bank, not tell nobody. And then that bank, even if that bank was open the whole entire time, would have to shut down because now they have to make sure whoever was in that bank is good enough to come back for when they do decide to open back up and sanitize the building for other people who decide to go back into that bank to do whatever banking they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because that actually happened to one of the banks in like the area that wasn't too far from me. They were open all the time, and then I went there, and they were closed, and they were only doing like safety deposit closed because one of their workers somehow got it, whether it was because they got it from a customer or they got it from being out and about.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody around them had it, and they had to close the bank down, do whatever precautions they had to do, and then all those people had to get tested to see who could come back. Couldn't. There. So.
Shit ain't no joke, y'all. Take care of yourselves. It's not as scary as everybody makes it out to seem, in my personal opinion.
I would say personally, like, with anything, like, it's usually better to get sick from something and build the antibodies for it than to not get sick and then get it later, and then your body reacts to it crazy. Hopefully, you don't have a weak immune system or anything like that, because then if you do.
Yeah, because I didn't have it as bad as one of my friends did when he was having trouble breathing and he was just sitting there. Like I had trouble breathing when I was moving around. You know what I mean? Which is normal when someone has the flu or COVID or whatever the case. Like that type of shit is normal when you're sick. When you fucking need to be sitting your ass down somewhere, but you want to be upstairs and you want to do this and you want to do that, and then you're sitting there huffing and puffing. Like that's normal. But when you're just sitting still and can't breathe, like that's bad. I didn't have it that bad. It was mostly just nausea. So yeah.
Which, by the way, nausea is more common in kids.
Oh my. Anyway, this is us signing off. All right. Uh, don't forget to comment, like,
share, and subscribe. And we will be back next week.
Yes.
Hopefully, as long as nothing else comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.